We are live. Welcome to the first morning power up. If you guys can hear me, go ahead and put something in the chat to let me know that this is all set up right. You guys can hear me. There might be a little bit of a lag between the chat and now, but if you guys can, yeah, you can hear me. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. I know a lot of you guys have come from far and wide to attend this. Uh, Appreciate that. Appreciate the fact that you guys are all here. Some of you guys, this is not the morning; it is the middle of the night or 2 in the afternoon. And for those of you who it's the middle of the night, I apologize. It might be hard for you to sleep after this because I'm going to be sharing some exciting things about the future. I'm going to be giving you guys some key new mindset practices you can use. And I'm going to be sort of teasing and revealing some of the new ways that you guys are going to be able to start finding more clients more easily. Um, any of you who have struggled to find 40 prospects in a day, in the next 24 hours, I guarantee you'll be able to find about 100 at least easily. So um, once we get the new program launched live, you guys are in for a treat. I've taken a lot of time. You guys haven't seen me in the chats as much as probably you would have liked or I would have liked. I've been nose down building stuff for you guys, and I think it's going to be very helpful. Thanks for everyone who submitted their answers to that poll. That was fantastic. It confirmed some of the things I was already thinking. It inspired some new ideas. So in about 24 hours and everything launches live, you guys can see, oh, that's kind of like what I was saying, or oh, that might have been my idea. So just be be excited, right? The good things are coming. So also, if you have your sparkling water, now might be a good time to take a sip, stay hydrated as we dive into the rest of the stream. So one thing that you guys continuously talk about, and well, first off, let's bring this up. Those of you who are on this call, you guys are a different breed, right? You guys are different than your normie friends, right? And that was one of the questions of the poll, like, what do you think makes you different than your normie friends? And I knew what some of the answers were going to be, but it was interesting to hear your guys' actual statements on it because it's been a long time since I was exactly in your shoes. You know, it feels like 4 or 5 lifetimes, maybe not as long as I think, but it feels like it's been a long time. And it was good to remind myself of what it felt like to be alone, to feel like you are the only one who's alive, who's switched on, and everyone else is just dim lights burning around you. You're pushing forward towards some goal, and everyone else is just chasing something crazy, right? That is that's a good place to be. You want to be that guy. You don't want to be the other guy who's asleep, but it can be a lonely place. And I want to let you know that here inside of this copywriting campus, inside of the larger ecosystem that's been created here, you are not alone. You have friends. Everyone else who's shown up here, they are like you. They get it. They're switched on. They understand. They feel it, right? So there's going to be some things in the new structure that are going to allow you to connect more easily and more personally with the other members here, right? All right, I'm just going to go ahead and tease it. One of the cool things that's going to change is after you go through that beginner boot camp, instead of just being thrown into the intermediate sprints or into some like big general chat room, there will be, let's call them units, right? There will be smaller units that you'll be assigned to. You'll have leaders, you'll have a couple of experienced guys, you'll have an apprentice or two to help you run this, but there will be units, right? You'll be competing each other for status. You'll be competing against each other for prizes, special opportunities, but really just for the glory, right? If you're like anyone else here, if you're a normally wired young man, you know that competition will make you better, right? There's a reason that military units compete against each other before they go to war. It's because it allows them to rise to a new level, to become better, so they're ready to face the outside world. So there's going to be some opportunities for these units to compete against each other in fun and exciting ways. So get ready to bring your A game. Get ready to compete, because that's what life is. Life is competition. So that's one thing I can tease. Now, let's talk about mindset. I promised I would reveal some new mindset tactics. And there's going to be a whole section for you guys to discuss mindset. I will be speaking on mindset regularly. I will be sharing keys about my own mindset. Obviously, there are some things I cannot share because they are discussed exclusively inside of the war room. However, there's a lot of things I can share. There's a lot of things I can give you that will help you and prepare you for ascending up and being ready for some of those larger, more powerful truths. And I'm going to give you one of those right now. One concept that you can understand that will in many ways set you free from a lot of the difficulties you might be facing with your mindset. If you've ever struggled with procrastination, if you've ever struggled with impulse control, if you've ever had to deal with any of that stuff, what I'm going to share with you right now is going to be something that will help you. It'll help you fight it, right? It'll help you kind of get rid of it. Like you won't have to deal with this anymore, or you'll at least will have power over it. So right now, I want you to ask yourself, where is the real you? Right now, this is going to sound kind of woo-woo. This might sound a little metaphysical here, but let's play this out. Let's try and divide elements of yourself into you and not you. And I don't mean like things that are connected to you. I mean like that little identity part, that real core of who you really are. Right now, I'm going to ask you: are you your body? Right, your physical body. You know, the sensations that you feel. And you'll realize that you're not, right? You're not your body, right? Okay, so I'm not my sensations, I'm not the things I feel. Are you your memories, the ideas and things that have happened to you in the past? Is that you? Is that your true identity? No, it's like part of kind of who you are, but it's not really you, right? Now here's the kicker: are you your emotions? Are you actually your emotions? Pain, fear, frustration, all that stuff. Is that you? And if you think about that long enough, you'll realize that you actually observe those things. They kind of arise inside from yourself. But there's a part of you that can observe those feelings, right? If you think more about what that part is that observes those feelings, you realize that it is your will, right? That is the part of your consciousness that directs and controls sort of everything else, right? Those things that we've kind of separated into the not you category: your thoughts, feelings, emotions, physical sensations, your thoughts, your ideas. Those are all sort of yourself, right? And this higher form of consciousness, your will, can control that, right? One of the powerful things that this gives you is it allows you to disidentify yourself from those emotions. And you now become the guy who controls your emotions instead of is subject to them, right? Instead of your emotions controlling you, you now can control your emotions, right? So if you ask yourself, let's say, for example, you're sitting down to learn a concept and it's difficult and you feel the urge to hop over to social media, you can, that higher form of your consciousness, that part that is truly you, can notice that idea, that thought, that feeling, that thing arise within yourself, and you can say, that is not me, right? Because your emotions, your thoughts, that whole not you part, it doesn't actually always serve your best interests. It just kind of reacts to things in the world and reacts to outside influences and stuff like that. But you're the command and control center, that is what is responsible and can actually create things in your life that will serve your best interests. So when you notice these feelings come up, the urge to procrastinate, the urge to go look at that YouTube video, the urge to do this, the urge to do that, you can label that. You can say in your mind, that's not me. And when you do that, it loses all power, it dissipates. And then you can then actively decide what you're going to do, right? You can then say, I am going to do this thing, right? And if you notice, Tate talks a lot about this, right? What does he say? Like his famous example, right? Like when he's talking about women, he's like, you can love a woman with all your heart, but still have to let her go if the relationship is flawed, if there's no if there's no respect, you have to let her go, even though you love them with all your heart. And then you're heartbroken, but you still get up, you go to the gym, you do everything you need to do. You've heard him talk about this, right? And that is because he has that part of his mind, the command and control center, is in control of his brain, and it serves him and it serves his best interest. And no matter what he thinks or feels, he is in control, right? And that's not to say that all these things, your thoughts, feelings, emotions, aren't important. Like, they are important, and your command and control center uses those things to write the copy that we write, to do all the things that we do, to create your skill sets, your capabilities, all that kind of lives in that not you part, right? Your command and control center, all it does is direct this. But if this stays in control, then you can operate this. So that's a key mindset. I'm going to be talking about more things like this to help you understand how to control your emotions, understand how to build yourself up into the kind of man you want to be. So you're ready to join the war room at some point. So you're ready to experience kind of that full change, right? You guys are here because you've listened to Andrew Tate, you understand what he's saying, and you get it, right? And as such, you're entitled to a certain level of, let's say, advanced knowledge from him, right? By way of me, by way of the other professors in here. So, a big part of what I'm going to be talking about and doing moving forward will be specifically about how you guys can tap into that energy, how you can tap into that transformation process. So as you're making money, as you're getting your finances right, and you're building some economic freedom, you build some mental freedom as well, and you prepare yourselves for the more powerful, more exciting things that lie ahead for you. So that's some of the things we've got going today. Again, and these calls, I'm going to try to do them every day, right? I may be on the road, I may be on an airplane at some points. I might do half of these from a Starbucks somewhere, but we will be doing a morning power up every single day for you guys, so you guys can get a feel for it. Maybe I'll be traveling and I won't be able to do it every day, but I want to do it as often as possible. So you guys can always be, about 24 hours away from a power up, from a reinvigoration, from a new revelation, from a new idea, from some new power in your life. Now, as I wrap this up, I want to give you guys a key, another mindset. I guess I'm just going to start sharing everything now. Should I say that? Should I give this to you now, or should I share it later? Right? Do you guys want to hear another mindset thing now, or should I save it for tomorrow? Tease you guys a little bit for tomorrow. What do you guys? You guys want to hear it now? Okay. Now this is a powerful one, and I'll probably reference this over and over and over again. Okay, yeah, you guys are for it. So I'm gonna share this in the chats. But if you go onto Andrew's, if you go onto his Instagram, and maybe I'll share it on my Instagram too, so you guys can go see it. So if you want to follow me, I'll share it there in my stories. But I might throw it in the chats as well. But if you go into his Instagram and you scroll through, there's a little reel or a little video of him and Tristan walking out of a building, and hopping onto a private jet. And his Instagram's cool. He flexes, he does a bunch of cool stuff, but the real gem is the comment or his actual captions, right? Because he shares what I call the Tate meditation, right? It's not really a meditation, but it is a very powerful way to power yourself up. And I invite you, I'm going to read it. And as I read it, I want you to do it. It doesn't take very long, but I want you to do this. So I'm going to read this out. I'll share it so you guys can always do this. I do this several times throughout the day, but I'm going to share it to you. I'm going to read it out. And as I read it out, I want you all to join with me as you do this. Now, this is going to do something powerful, right? As you guys are spread out across the world, kind of isolated in your own little world, right? You might live in Prague or Canada or Brazil, right? You could be anywhere. You're usually the only one of your friends who's serious about this stuff. As you join in right now, we're all going to do this together. And I guarantee that as you do this, you'll feel not only will you feel an insane, powerful buildup in yourself, a jolt of energy that you'll take for the rest of your day or night. But you'll also feel a sense of brotherhood and connectedness with everyone else across the globe. How many people do we have on this right now? Like 1,000 or so, probably. Yeah, we got lots of people. With all like 1,000 of us on this call who do this together, you'll feel that alone feeling is going to disappear, and so you're going to feel side by side with your brother. So I'm going to go ahead and read through this. And as I do this, I want you to perform this. I'm going to pause for a little bit. There'll be a moment of silence as we go through this, but let's dive in. So the caption reads this: Young kings, close your eyes. So close your eyes. Focus on making yourself feel excited, powerful. Imagine yourself destroying your goals with ease. Imagine yourself destroying your goals with ease. Do this until you can no longer contain a smile. And when that smile comes, open your eyes. Let's go. All right. Let's go out there, guys. Let's go out and make some money. The new content will be coming either later today or early tomorrow morning. There's gonna be some major shifts, so stay tuned. It's time to go out there now. Take this moment and move forward with it. Go out there, hit the sprints hard, do your practice, do your outreach, do the things you know you need to do your push-ups, do what you need to do to keep this energy going and keep yourself on the path to making more money, becoming more free, and becoming stronger as an individual. This is the first of many. We've only just begun. I will speak to you guys again soon.